action, I just step on it. What kind of precise balancing do I need for that? Well, it's too perfect. What happens if you get a little snow that week? What happens to the cantilever?
Comes down.
They come down. That's why they put these chains on, because they were always coming down. That's why you put the release arms on these things. And the release arms also do one more thing for these people. The release arm also keeps people from pulling you down, because if it has a release arm, you can't pull it down. It stops you from, it not only stops you from going up, it stops you from coming down. And only when it releases from above can it start dropping. So it's an anti-theft device, yes.
I just want to emphasize, the concern of these fire escapes. I'm going to say late 70s, 1980, Harry Helpman was a fireman in a Ford truck, and he was operating on a fire escape, and the fire escape came off the wall. He's dead. Okay, so these kinds of accidents impact you, and the fire escapes that are out there, we all know that. So keep it in mind, not just in terms of the violations. That's one way to approach it and one way to address future safety. But when you see these things, you have to think of your own safety on the fire ground. Don't operate on these freaking things and assume they're legit. They're not. Most of them are not in good shape. Harry Helpman's dead. Most of you guys never knew that. You weren't on the job then. But we lost a man in my career just for the exact thing they were talking about. So it's a significant issue.
Yep, in Chicago, one of our other inspectors, his dad, 3 years ago, fell 7 stories through a fire escape he was repairing. So they're dangerous. Anything over 10 feet, you start hurting or killing people. And the fire escapes, that's exactly what it is. One of the things that we have is our confidence test, a requirement, and we're trying to get this passed nationally. That's why we're going to take the next 3 years to help through the NFPA to see if we can get the laws changed. So that because it's too gray right now. There's no laws anywhere. There's not really any fire escape law in fire escapes on code enforcement anywhere. It's one paragraph. You know what it says? Construction style must be kept empty. You guys got in the fire department, must be load tested. When's the last time anybody saw a load test on a fire escape? But it's right there in your codes. It's supposed to be load tested. I'm supposed to put on a 3-foot by 5-foot platform. I'm supposed to put, that's 15 feet square, 100 pounds per square foot. I'm supposed to put 100 pounds of sand or weights or something on there and watch it for 10 minutes, including the staircases. So now I got to calculate each stair. I got to put 1,500 pounds on that little platform plus the stairs coming down and watch it for 10 minutes. Nobody's doing it. Our recommendation is that if you do yearly confidence tests and you prove that the fire escape is in good to excellent condition after it's been refurbished, a load test is not required. Because the day it was built, it wasn't load tested. And if we can bring fire escapes back to original condition and they're good to excellent condition, and you've had building department sign off, fire department sign off, I've signed off, an engineer signed off, why would you want to load test it? If we brought it back to original. Somebody who doesn't want to fix that fire escape, you make them load test. It costs $3 to $5 grand. Just a load test of the typical 5-story fire escape.
And all that's going to be in the construction code?
Well, it's nowhere. That's the problem. I have to spend the next 3 years putting it there, because a lot of times you guys won't believe what I say yet. But if it's written in some Bible somewhere, you guys will stop believing it. So that's what we're doing. We're doing that. We're putting it. I'm spending the next 3 years because I just missed the cutoff now. But I got the next 3 years.
I guess what I'm asking is, any laws that govern fire escapes now, where would I find them? In the construction code, the fire code, where?
They're nowhere. The laws, all laws regarding fire escapes in building department and fire department says must be structurally sound, must be kept painted. That's the words. Some use longer words, some use shorter words to say the exact same thing. Fire escapes must be structurally sound, must be kept in operational condition at all times. What's that mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Every state has some sort of twist. LA, they make you inspect it every year. Confidence test every year. In Houston, they had it in their laws, which is not currently being enforced, every quarter. Every 3 months, you have to inspect your fire escapes.
Then earlier in the program, where you would say that they've got to be inspected every 5 years.
Every 5 years.
And certified. Where does it say that?
In the New Jersey code. A lot of time it falls into your envelope. You know how you have to inspect your envelope every 5 years? That's where they pick it up. Anything that's attached to the building under the 5-year rule. In Boston, they have a specific code that says, it's 1028.3, that says fire escapes, we're dealing directly with fire escapes. So a lot of times, for example, in LA, they have an actual ordinance. They actually created an actual ordinance for that specific area saying fire escapes are to be inspected every year. What we have is a confidence test that we've passed on, and we can give you copies of the confidence test. Our thing with the confidence test is that we're trying to push it so that fire escapes get inspected every year. You must maintain it in good to excellent condition in order to avoid a load test.
So what we've got to do is actually, we've got to take this confidence test, take it to the city council, and they've got an act as a city code. Right?
Or wait 3 years for it to come from the NBA. Alright, so with that, now let me tell you what the last thing we have on the confidence code, the confidence test that we suggested. As a final piece and a final stamp on this, we recommend that there's a 5x5 card red, says do not remove. It has to be permanently attached on or near the fire escape with no more than 7 feet high, and it says the fire escape was last inspected on this date by inspector such and such, license number such and such, phone number such and such. Just like an elevator, we want to have certificates that are mounted on the fire escape, not in somebody's jacket somewhere. So that way, as you guys start walking from now on, instead of painting every fire escape yellow to say that those are good ones, you look for the red tag. So in the middle of the night, during the snow, during the rains, you walk up to a fire escape and you got your ladder and you got a red sticker on there that says bright, big red. Fire escape was inspected a year and a half ago by such and such company. You can drop your ladder and run up this fire escape because now there's something there that says if I get hurt, this guy's going to lose his house, his dog, and his car. That's what we're shooting. All windows on the inside should be tagged so that nobody puts plants, puts AC units. So we recommend that all windows going to a fire escape be with a small little 3x3 sticker. And all fire escapes no more than 7 feet off the ground have a red tag. That's in our confidence test that we recommend that all fire escapes be tagged. So that you guys have something that tells you this fire escape is in good condition. Any other questions that you may have regarding? You want to do the walk around or you want to use the...
I would take it up to the deputy, he just left. If the weather's okay, and you guys want to do a quick walk right across the street at Baxter Terrace, they've got plenty of fire escapes there that you identified last time.
Fire escapes.
So,
Have your hammer with you?
I have my hammer.
Let's see it work.
I wouldn't mind, let's take advantage, maybe 15, 20 minutes to take a walk.
If you want this one, the only reason I don't recommend that we hammer test, this one's a great one to look at, but you guys go look at an older fire escape that I should do the ping pong test, because they're only about 15, 20 years old, and they're galvanized. What we're finding over there the last time we walked is that some of them are out of balance. So we're going to see that very quickly, that they're out of balance and that the release arms are not operational. But if you want to do a ping pong test, we can do it with either a smaller group, and we can walk a little further into downtown, and I'll ping any fire escape you want to throw me at, and I'll walk with any group that you have. If anybody wants to stay later, because some of you have to go, but if you want 3 to 5 people, and we'll videotape it, who wants to walk down some back alleys, we have some time available, and we'll walk with anybody. And you're welcome to come with us also, and we'll just walk through the first alley, and I'll tell you, you'll see enough rust and rot to choke a chicken. All right, so let's walk across the street to whoever wants to go.
The captains that are here, make the decision for your guys. I mean, that'd be great if you want to.
Taking a walk, Ed?